Hello all. Welcome to my video. In this particular topic, in this particular video, I'm actually going to discuss about what is the difference between something called as an Agile Suitability Assessment versus an Agile Maturity Assessment. Because most of you would have done something called as an Agile Maturity Assessment, which is going to tell the health index of your Agile teams or rather team of teams, depending upon whether you are actually doing it at a team level or at a program layer. But then I'm also going to include something called the Agile Suitability Assessment. So what I do is I'll just go and then I will share the screen. All right. So before I actually get into the crux of this particular video, let me just quickly introduce about myself. My name is Balaji, and I have somewhere close to 21 years of experience in IT, and somewhere close to 14 or rather 15 years of experience in agile driven engagements. I had played multiple roles in the past in terms of a scrum master, senior scrum master, RTE, team level agile coach, enterprise agile coach, head of the agile transformation office, agile transformation consultant kind of a roles. Okay, so deliberately in this video I have kept the video off because I'm just making this video during the travel. I just want to be more productive in terms of how do I actually do my plan my day. So I'm just making this video when I'm actually traveling from some place to some other place, and for that reason I just deliberately kept the video off. Okay, just an information on a side note. So here, agile suitability, as the name indicates, it's going to talk about to what extent we can go by predictive models like a waterfall versus to what extent we can go by an adaptive life cycle approaches like a agile, right? So the reference has been taken from the Agile Practice Guide, which is a combination of the effort done by the PMI plus the Agile Alliance. Now, if you come to Agile Maturity Assessment, it is more on assessing the maturity of the Agile teams based upon certain agreed upon parameters, right? So fundamentally, it is like when you go to a doctor to when you go for a doctor visit, right? The doctor will be first of all checking the vitals. Why? Because by measuring your BP value, the SpO2, the pulse rate, and also the temperature, to some extent we can make a prediction. To some extent we can study that how does your present health status is. That by itself is not a complete. All that I'm trying to say is it is going to give a very good indication, or it is going to give a very good pointers to one's health condition, right, at that point in time. That's why we check the vitals, right? So this is the funda. Okay, this is the fundamental concept. The same diagram I just have taken from different colors and then put it over here. So what we need to know is, be it a project or be it a program or actually be it any kind of an engagement, we need to be first of all cognizant about two main parameters. What is the degree of the change, means what is the likelihood of the change, and what is the frequency of a delivery, or rather what is the periodicity of a delivery. Depending upon that we can tell, okay, whether predictive life cycle will make more relevance here, or iterative approaches will make more impact, or incremental approaches will make more impact. Now coming back to the fundamentals of agile is a combination of both iterative and also incremental in a nature, right? That is why we are having our iterations, or your sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, your program increment 1, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So iteratively I am actually developing the software, always aligned to the product vision. So incrementally, I'm also developing the software within the iterations, right? That's why it is both iterative and incremental. So agile will be more suitable for those kinds of an engagement where is a higher degree of change and also higher periodicity of a delivery expected, right? So this is how I have created a suitability assessment radar chart. Now, just spend few seconds to take a look into this chart, and then I will go to the next slide, and also I will walk you through the real time templates what I used in much of my engagements to create this chart. Okay, I'm actually deliberately pausing here for a few seconds just to give you people time to look into this chart. Okay, so what is that I have done here? I have taken the assessment parameters in terms of buy-in to approach, the confidence of the team, decision-making powers of the team, likelihood of change, access to customer or business. I have taken those parameters, I have created a questionnaire, and we have done an assessment at an engagement level to understand to what extent plan-driven approaches will make more relevance versus to what extent adaptive life cycles will make more relevance. Now, once you are part of my Agile Mentorship program, I will be teaching you all this hands-on. So the amount of knowledge that you are going to get as part of my Agile Mentorship program, literally, no, it is going to help you not only to clear the interviews and get multiple offer letters, but also to actually deliver value once you join a new company or a project. Because no, think practically, what is the use of an offer letter without having the capability to deliver value hands on, right? So as part of my Agile Mentorship program, which I'm going to cover at the end of this particular video, all these concepts will be teach to my mentees, both from a concept of the theory perspective and also from a real-time implementation perspective. Now, if you go to my second slide, the other slide is, it is more on Agile Maturity Assessment. So there is a difference between both, right? Here we have taken certain parameters, and then we have done the and then we have done the assessment, right? So what I'll do, I'll just show you some I'll just show you some real time things, right? 1 minute. Just hold on for a minute. I'll just walk you through the real time assessment sheet, then we will go to maturity sheet. So, all right. Okay, I am now showing you a real-time assessment sheet, what I have done in some of the engagements. I have set an introduction or a summary sheet, and then I have created guide, instructions on how to use Agile Suitability Assessment. Then I created categories, right, in terms of culture, team, project, or product, actual assessment parameter within the category, right? First of all, you need to identify the high-level category. Then within each of the category, what could be the exact parameter, what could be the exact attribute that can be parented within this particular category. And here I have given some details or a description. Then we actually, what happened, we have created some questions, and then we are actually doing an assessment with the team. And then this comments, okay, because I don't want to talk about sensitive information pertaining to any of my clients, I have removed the comments over here. But in an actual real-time engagement, these comments are more important. Why? Because it is not a question of whether it is 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. It is a question of why it is 7, why it is 8, why it is 6, right? So now one important point which need to be kept in mind is, here you see, here I have here I have deliberately flipped the scale. Here in this row called team size, I have deliberately flipped the scale. What did I meant by it is, because we know that the agile teams are a self-organized and cross-functional teams, and the teams will make more relevance. The size of the core team, shorter the team, more agile generally, right? So what I have done here is, because the chart is like in this manner, center is the waterfall, and towards the vertex or towards the circumference it is agile. I have actually flipped the chart scale in such a manner, if it is 1 to 9, then you give a high value 10. So shorter the size, or rather smaller the size of the core team, probably the agile tendency is more. Higher the core team, it's more suitable for a plan driven approach. From that perspective, I have a flip the scale only here. All other things, it is from 1 to 10, 1 being more suitable for waterfall and 10 being more suitable for agile. And this is a trend analysis, right? We need to continuously keep improving over here. So what is the initial score? What is the goal? Blah, blah, blah. This is something I have done at a portfolio level enterprise agility health radar. So we have taken these particular parameters. I just thought to put it over here. Okay, so this is how I have done practically an agile suitability assessment, right? Okay, now why don't we take a look into something called agile maturity assessment. 1 minute. So, in an agile maturity assessment, I have called out the criteria here. First of all, what are all the criteria? Product ownership, release planning, process mechanism, agile team, technical agility, followed by stakeholder engagement. I called out the criteria. Within these criteria, I have actually created assessment questions. And again, I have defined a connotation on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And then we are actually doing the assessment with the team, right? And then we are creating the radar chart in this manner. Okay, so these are the assessment parameters which I had co-created together with the stakeholders, which I had co-created together with the team based on coordination, communication, clarity, and a consensus. Okay, all right. So I'll just stop sharing this too. All right. So before I wrap up this particular video, right, I just want to talk about my website. Okay, my website. If you go to Balaji.Agile.com, this is the Agile mentorship program what I have, and you can click here and then register for free webinar, which generally happens on every Saturdays or at least alternate Saturdays. You can click here and then download 50 agile interview questions, which is drafted by me as part of the interview panel member. This is my customized agile framework, and this is the AMP framework in terms of different capabilities and lesson plans. And here you can keep going, and then no, you can actually click on this and then take a look into multiple lesson plans. Okay, so 1 minute, I'll just try to. Okay. Say for example, I have created a lesson plan for agile product owners and product managers. You can just go through this particular lesson plan. What are all the topics I have mentioned over here? Similarly, if you go for L1 AMP, which will be more suitable for a scrum master, senior scrum master, RTE, and a team level agile coaches. This is the lesson plan, and you have a real time mentoring session video over here. Just click on this video, play the video, and then listen to it. This is the lesson plan what I actually created over there, right? This is called L1 AMP level 1, which will be suitable for a scrum master, senior scrum master, team level agile coaches, and also for a RTE. Now, if I go to the other lesson plans like a L2 AMP, which will be more suitable for a enterprise level agile coaches, probably it is like this, right? So here also you have the real time first. So what I have done is, when I really did this mentoring session with my mentees in the past, the first introduction class, the entire 1 hour explaining the contents of the lesson plan, that video is already available as a public video on the YouTube. So you can click on this video and then listen to the entire lesson plan, and then come back to me if it makes relevance to you and if it suits your purpose, right? So on and so forth. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just try to show you one more lesson plan. Level 1, level 2, I have shown you. POPM is for product owners and product managers, and this is called Agile Project Management. So this particular lesson plan is something called a Agile 4 piece: project, program, portfolio, and the product management, right? So you can just go through this particular lesson plan. These are all the topics which I teach people hands on, based on my 21 years of experience in IT, and based on my 15 years of experience in Agile. Okay, so um, okay, so and one more thing, before when I upload this particular video, I will be sharing you certain links, and I will also be sharing you my WhatsApp number either in the comment section or in the description of the video, and you can actually feel free to get in touch with me. Okay, and hope to see you in some other videos soon. And as I had intimated somewhere in the video, because I'm just traveling and I'm actually in a transit from some place to some other place as part of some other commitments, deliberately I have actually switched off the video. Nothing apart from that. Okay, okay, cheers, bye.